Are you a washed-up celebrity with anger issues, poor judgment, and absolutely no business being behind the wheel? Then come visit the Alec Baldwin School of Almost Driving.
Alec Baldwin crashed his car into a tree.
What do we elites do when we screw up? We pretend it never happened and give ourselves a giant bonus.
At the School of Almost Driving, or SAD for short, you'll learn all the Baldwin essentials, like how to badly parallel park before threatening a bystander for watching you do it.
There's only so much more of this I can take. And if I decide to take the law into my own hands, if you will, in some of those cases, then that's just what I gotta do.
Mumbling at the paparazzi through your windshield like a crazy person.
You see, pal, that's who I am, and you're nothing.
And of course, Alec's advanced excuses and legal maneuvers. Because you're never guilty if you can find someone else to blame.
It was the biggest garbage truck I've ever seen, and to avoid hitting him, I hit a tree. I hit a big fat tree and crushed my wife's car.
And while your wife's busy doing the lambada with much younger men, you'll master the art of multitasking the Baldwin way. Juggling 100 screaming children in an oversized Range Rover while you simultaneously argue on the phone.
You are a rude, thoughtless little pig, okay?
It's the Alec Baldwin School of Almost Driving, where we don't just teach you how to drive, we teach you how to crash out gracefully in real life.
I am God.
Enroll today, because why aim for a perfect driving record when your life is already a train wreck?
There are no bad ideas, only great ideas that go horribly wrong.
Talk. They opened their big mouths, and out came talk.
And they talk. Ooh, they do.
Crazy. They talk crazy.
And they talk to me because I talk to them.
Yeah, that's why they talk to us.
Now hear this. Lights, camera, talk now.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Talkie. Good morning, friends, neighbors, Romans. Lend me your ears. Yeah, that's one of my favorite Robin Hood Men in Tights moment. All the ears go flying. Mel Brooks is a genius. Don't ever doubt it. Good morning, Alicia. Thanks for being here. Thank you for being here. Happy Wednesday. I'm going to try not to scratch. I got the tiniest little bit here, but look at this. Look at this forearm. Oh, see that? That is poison ivy that took 10 days to show up. 10 days, he says out loud. Yes. Sucks. Hate poison ivy. But anyway, it is the Ides of October. We don't beware the Ides of October. That's for March. In October, we go, oh, we're halfway through the spooky season. Whoa. What's your favorite holiday? You give you three options: Halloween, Thanksgiving, or Christmas. Everything else is now off the table, okay? Halloween, Thanksgiving, or Christmas. What's your favorite holiday? I think, I just react weird to poison ivy, right? It's just kind of dumb. Like I did full long sleeves. I prepare for such things. But like last week, a week ago, I mentioned I had that little whip of it up here on my face and some on my ear. And that has been and gone. This, the other day, just showed up like, hey, by the way, ha. Enjoy your Benadryl cream, son. That's what it said to me. Halloween for Alicia, Christmas for Lorraine. You know, and I'm kind of on the fence. Christmas, our holidays evolve as to what they mean to us. And, you know, as a Christian, it's a very important holiday. But I don't rant and rave about Halloween like uber Christians can do. You know what I mean? Like I enjoy both of them for different reasons. I got my old school boombox shirt on. I got the old school 50-pound boombox. And we're going to touch on some old school today. We're going to talk about some things from the 1900s. Oh, way back when. Part of it's because we're approaching homecoming this weekend with SEMO. And that means we're approaching alumni band, which is going to be so much fun. I really genuinely am looking forward to this. My college director, Barry W. Bernhardt, the man, the myth, the legend, he's going to be the guest conductor, which is going to be cool because it's been at least 25 years since I've played under his direction and had the chance to have him glare at me and and kind of make those faces like he would with us trombone players. It'll be so nice. If we can make him roll his eyes at least once, I will be satisfied with the weekend. Good morning, Robert. How's the Jeep man this morning? How are things in Tejas? I saw the picture you put up, I think your view from the office. I was trying to get perspective, but it's cool. It's a good view. I had a really pretty sunrise this morning, and because I'd forgotten, one of my coworkers here, Lawson, was fundraising for band and sold these, the butter braid things that they do. Anyway, she had purchased some, and day after day, I've had them bagged in my freezer ready to go, and I keep forgetting to grab them. So this morning I was like, crap. I'm going to run back up to the house and grab them, because once again, I forgot to bring them with me. So I ran back up to the house, and on the way back down from the house, which is only, again, about 4 or 5 blocks up. But I thought, this would be a good sunrise to catch from Fort A, which is a Civil War fort. Not a lot of action here in Cape Girardeau, but it was a fort on top of a bluff that overlooks downtown Cape. It's really pretty. Excuse me. So this morning I popped down there, took a picture, sunrise, posted it. That's beautiful, Alicia. I think that's awesome. And yeah, after Mom passed and my grandma passed, as those generations move on, and whether it's unexpected and they too young, that kind of thing, like I feel it was with my mom. It does. It evolves our holidays. Because there are traditions that were Mom's thing or Grandma's thing, right, that she would do at the holidays. And so it's a bittersweet. Maybe somebody picks up that mantle and makes Grandma's secret fruit cake that nobody really ever ate but always thought it was pretty. Those kind of things. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome, Robert. So, yeah, I agree. The holidays evolve. Thanksgiving... Although Thanksgiving, if you have a large family and they're all still with you, I think Thanksgiving ranks high, because that's a time when everybody pumps the brakes, eats like gluttonous whores, watches some football perhaps, and takes naps together in a great room somewhere, right? I'm a big fan of that. Big fan of naps. But I don't know. I mentioned this because we have a contest on our website right now. You guess your favorite holiday, and you can win some stuff from the station, some movie passes, so forth. So you can go over there and do that if you want. Okay, it's National Grouch Day. As a kid, I liked Oscar the Grouch. When you'd watch Sesame Street, a lot of kids would be like, he's the antagonist. Oh, Oscar. Hey, get off my can. SCRAM. I can't do an Oscar the Grouch voice. That's a one and done. That's somebody did Oscar the Grouch, and that's it. Nobody can do Oscar the Grouch. But Oscar the Grouch. Grouch Day. If you're a grouchy person by nature, sometimes that can be misinterpreted as being aggressive or too negative. Maybe you like the silence, I can be a grouch. I can. I've been known to be a grouch. Usually a Snickers knocks the edge off. But it's Grouch Day, so be grouchy if you need to, okay? And if somebody says, hey, why are you such a grouch? You go, because it's National Grouch Day. And you harumph them, okay? Global Hand Washing Day. Wash your hands. Use hand sanitizer. Keep the cooties down, especially as we head into the flu season. The fall, cooties of bacteria hang out a little bit longer. Wash your damn hands. I almost did it. We almost did a segment on hand washing today. And I was like, well, that's really dumb. The winds are just right for National Cheese Curd Day. That's right. Monday was Canadian Thanksgiving. Today is National Cheese Curd Day. Celebrate with some poutine, some post-Thanksgiving poutine. Or go to Culver's and get some fried cheese curds. But, cheese curds are good. Some of you are more whey people, but curds are good. It's I Love Lucy Day. Lucy, I'm home. It's I Love Lucy Day. It is National Pug Day. Shout out to my boy Ron and Morgan. They have been pug parents for many moons. Some of you out there may be a pug parent. Pugs are special dogs. They take a little extra effort. They're like the Fatty McGee's of the dog world. Actually, no, that's more like English bulldogs. But they're chunky little boogers. They're just cute. Pugs. Happy birthday, pugs. It's National Pug Day. It's National Chicken Cacciatore Day. Anyone ever eaten or made chicken cacciatore? Not a big Italian cooking family. Chicken cacciatore. Hey, you want some chicken cacciatore? Maybe you'll go celebrate today up on the hill in Santa Luis. Hey, speaking of that, Alicia, love to you. I know your plans are derailed for an STL visit. And I know the Lou is calling. But it'll be there, okay? Culver's is the first thing that comes to mind. Say cheese curds. Yeah. Only poutine for me because I still yearn for a good actual poutine here in Southeast Missouri. I don't know. We've got some new restaurants that are popping up, by the way. I didn't know if you guys knew this. I found this out yesterday. I had Jesse James on, the Pumpkin Outlaw, if you caught that Facebook Live. If you didn't, go back and watch it. But Jesse's doing some classes here locally to teach the pumpkin carving, which we talked about last year. You saw the one I made. Anyway, Jesse was telling me that one of his classes is going to be at a new place called, not Gus's, George's Chicken, which is where Stevie Steakburgers used to be, next to Annie Laurie's, Catty Corner to Shovel Minds Music, Broadway, and Frederick. Anyway, they're redoing that. They're gutting it out, and it's going to be a chicken shack. Right? So good for that. And then there's some other ones popping up. There's a German place in town. There's a lot of these little shops. There's one on South Sprigg that serves up like catfish so good you want to smack your mama. So I have been told. I have not been yet. We need a hot list. Jeff Rawson at The Scout, you need to do a newsletter hot list on the, holy crap, look at these food options of new things that are just kind of under the radar right now, but are good spots. Anyway, National Chicken Cacciatore Day. I don't know if any of those serve chicken cacciatore, but celebrate. National Mushroom Day. Whether you like the psilocybin mushrooms, you like the trippy mushrooms, or you like the om nom nom mushrooms. I'm a big fan of the om nom nom mushrooms. I like eating mushrooms. You can fry them. You can saute them. You can saute them bitches with a little bit of smoke seasoning or something like that, or some steak seasoning. Oh, goodness. Man, I can take and just saute up a shitload of mushrooms and eat the hell out of them. Yum. Oh, yeah. Fried catfish. And, you know, I dress out my catfish. I'm that guy. I like tartar sauce, but I love hot sauce on my catfish, so I'll put some hot sauce and then dip it in a little tartar sauce. And you got to have a fresh cut, ideally Vidalia, but a fresh cut kind of sweet white onion, and just slice that bad bitch up. And you take a humph of the catfish with the hot sauce and tartar sauce, and then a humph of the onion. Oh, Lord. It's so good. If y'all don't eat onion with your fried catfish, you need to. And it's got to be fresh onion. You don't cook onions and then meh. No. The crunch of the onion and the crunch of the breading on the catfish, damn. And that's how I got to be 400 pounds. So there you go. Magic mushroom pizza. I don't know the properties of the trippy mushrooms as to if you cook them, if that cooks it out of it, you know, or anything like that. I don't know any of the science to mushrooms. Never been on my radar. Mushrooms and butter. Oh, yeah. And I like mushrooms in my spaghetti sauce. I have retired mushrooms from my spaghetti sauce years ago because I'm the only person in the house that like them. And it's not as good when you've already made your sauce and your meats and everything's already all up in there and seasoned and ingrained with each other. And then you're like, I'll get my own and just put some mushrooms on it. It's not the same. Mushrooms have not been cooked into the sauce. The essence is not up in the mushrooms. It's not the same. So I don't have mushrooms with my spaghetti anymore. Yes, sauteed mushrooms with a nice steak. You go to Texas Roadhouse, did you know you can get the sauteed mushrooms as a side? So if you don't want, like, you can get the broccoli, steamed broccoli, and then you can get the sauteed mushrooms. You just get a freaking bowl of sauteed mushrooms. Damn, it's National Mushroom Day. I should have given this more thought. It's National Esthetician Day. I did say that right. Fix your coif. Call your local esthetician. But yeah, thank you, aesthetics practicers, for making sure my wife's eyebrows are on fleek and doing all the little things you do, estheticians. I got an early start on that today, boy. I chugged that bad boy. It's gone. Cucumbers and onions with catfish, like the Lambert's side, where they like vinegared them up. Those are delicious. I can eat a whole damn jar of that. You know what's really good? If you like the the pickles and onions, or the cucumbers and onion salad, and that kind of vibe, like the shredded veggie salads and all that kind of stuff, you go to Menards, and they got them big 16 or 32-ounce jars of like the German salad. German-style salad and this kind of salad and blah, blah, blah. Man, you can just sit there with a jar and a fork and eat all that shit. Get your probiotic on, you know. If you like fermented cabbage stuff, they got that kind of stuff too. Oh, and it's good. It's tasty stuff. You got to watch the sugar content, though. Oh, TIQ, TIQ, wherefore art thou, TIQ? Here thou art. Today's TIQ is brought to you by Creative Edge, with a little bit of stain right there on the thumb side there. Creative Edge, here's their QR if you want to scan it. Okay? Thank you, Creative Edge. You're welcome, Darren. Stacy said hi. Well, I said hi back. Roll over and squeeze her butt for me. That sounds terrible to you guys that don't know Stacy and Chris. But I know he's going to do that without really even questioning himself. He's just going to be like, yep, honk, honk, and hi back. Hey, look at this. Here's the TIQ, okay? Today's TIQ, Creative Edge, sponsoring it. TIQ says 18% of people, 18% of people say you should not share this with someone you're dating for at least 6 months, meaning that you need to wait about 6 months. 18% of people say, I wouldn't share this until at least 6 months into the relationship. That's the vibe there. That's the question as I interpret it. So, answer away. Today's winner will receive a roll of the dice for your daily lucky number, and of course a vigorous ringing of 2 cowbells. 2 cowbells today. We're going to go pink and orange for breast cancer awareness and pink out. SEMO whooping ass on their pink out game last night. Well done, volleyball. Tonight's Cape Central volleyball. Senior night. I will be your PA announcer for senior night. I'm going to intentionally screw up every girl's name, too. Sidney Miller instead of Sydney Miller. I know her dad would appreciate that. No, he would not. But anyway, guess what? Your Instagram, your social media. Boy, that would be hard to hold that off from somebody for 6 months, wouldn't it? I mean, how many of us meet somebody and immediately go look them up on social media so we can learn more about them to know who you just met? Toothbrush, sharing a car, sharing the information that you have herpes. Yeah, wait 6 months. See if anything shows up on there. Oh, you're getting a cold sore? I should have told you. The moose out front should have told you. No, your underwear. What type you wear or what size? Or just show them your underwear. It's got a little angel on the front. Your address. No. Number of partners you've each had. That's a good guess. Your darkest secrets. No. Good guess. That you're married. The reason why your previous relationship ended. Ooh, that's a good guess. I like that. Good guesses so far. Keep it up. We got some birthdays today. I'm going to say a happy birthday to Tammy Glick. Also Tamara Glick. Or Tamala Glick on Glick. Damn. Tamala / Tammy, because she's got 2 profiles. You got friends like that somehow they lose a profile, and then I got some friends I bet have 5 profiles. I'm like, what are you doing in your social media life? Why do you need 5 profiles? Who are you hiding from? Are you allowed within 50 yards of a school? Their salary, your kid. Wow, that'd be a 6-month surprise. Because if you think about it, like 6 months, let's say you started dating somebody back mid-April. That's where we're at now. You've been dating since mid-April. How have you hid your child this long? Oh, my Lord. Well, he just stays under my skirt. Your bills, your salary. Good guesses. So happy birthday, Tammy. Happy birthday to Angie Baker. I hope Angie has an awesome day. I know you will. Happy birthday to Hoss Hodges. That's right, Hoss. Like, Bonanza. HOSS. Hoss is an awesome dude. Happy birthday, Hoss. Hoss is one of those guys you can't post happy birthday on his page. You got to send him a message. He's got his Facebook pretty locked up. Christopher Snyder's birthday today. Christopher Snyder runs at 120 miles an hour 98% of the day. When he slows down, when he sleeps, he's still going about 75. So Chris is one of the hardest working dudes I know. Happy birthday, Chris. Christopher Snyder. One of your friends rolled up 5 Facebook accounts. Okay, now you say that. See, and back in the day, and this would be 10 years ago probably or so, a friend of mine whom I met because of this and our mutual love for The Urge in St. Louis. But he is a big concert guy. I was a big concert guy, right? And this goes back, I think, 2013, actually. But there was a ticketing, contesting type of app, whatever, website that they would run tickets for contests for tickets, for like nothing more. It was the shows I wanted to see, and it was like good tickets or whatever. So he and I figured out that through the way the share points and all that worked, that we could kind of co-op and help each other build our points up, because it was a ranking system, right? And you get to the number one spot, you get this. And we actually traded out on a couple of shows. Who's going to get first, who's going to get second, between 2 or 3 of us. But anyway, so Lance and I kind of worked the system a little bit to get these things to happen. And then I met him at an art show, and we've been friends here on social media since. And I see him every once in a blue moon at a concert. But an awesome guy. But anyway, the cause of that was that, yeah, I had my Iceburg Devoice, which was an account I started when I was going to be PA for roller derby, but that fizzled out. So that account was still out there in the blue. And then I had like my mom's, my sister's, Carrie's, like all the ones that I could get logins to. We'd use all of those to share my thing out to get the points up. And so I didn't have 5 accounts. I've got 2 Facebook accounts. The other one has had nothing posted to it in 12 years. It's just there. But it's a stock blue profile picture with a little fly. It looks like there's a real fly on your screen because. Medical info. No. Good guess. You're 7 months pregnant. Surprise! 7 months pregnant after dating for 6. Trevor's building drama. You should write for Young and the Restless. Your politics, your bodily fluids. Good guesses. Not it. Hey, I think waiting 6 months to swap bodily fluids may be an okay choice. You can have some kissy, slow your roll. It is also Joshua Rhine's birthday today. Josh Rhine is a symphonian, was a fraternity brother in college. Happy birthday to Josh. Hope you have a great day. Magic the Gathering cards. I'm sharing my Pokemons with you. This is a serious relationship. You got banned for spelling Cubs suck in hay bales. Oh, Farmville. I remember seeing those requests come through back in the day. If you had friends playing Farmville or some of those, app games, you'd get those bombardment of requests. Send me 14 carrot seeds or whatever shit it was. I didn't play the apps. I didn't have time for them, but the gum you're chewing. Yeah. I think that's a big step in a relationship too, Lorraine, for sure. 18% of people say you should not share this with someone you're dating for at least 6 months. Jamie Christine. Jamie and I went to high school together. Jamie's awesome. Jamie her life has changed a lot, and she's in a good place now. And I wish her a very happy birthday. Jamie V. Hope you have a great one. Yeah, I'm telling you what, what's kind of cool, and I don't know if it's just my algorithm or just in general, but it seems that trading cards, baseball, Pokemon, Magic, otherwise, actually Magic I haven't seen a resurgence, but I have seen a major resurgence in trading cards. Like kids buying blister packs and getting excited when they bust out and they get their luck out on a one of one with Albert Pujols pubic hair in the card or whatever it is. It's like these rare cards and they're excited. It's cool. I was very excited about cards when I was a kid. I've got baseball card sets from 1986, not 85. The top sets annually from 86 all the way through like 94, 95. Mom and Dad would always get me the 792 card box set. And then I've got cards from the 80s from when I was a kid. None of them are, great value. I played with my cards. I looked at them a lot. And then I've got a bunch of cards from when Dad was a kid, from the late 50s, early 60s. You looking for that Killabrew? I got you. But anyway, their mother's maiden name, their toothbrush. That's a good guess. Not it. I like your guesses so far, though. We're kind of all over the place. This one might have a little life today. And last but not least, holy shnikes, let's wish a very happy birthday to Jeff Steffens, one of my oldest pals who has traversed the highways of DJing and drinking and running sound. And Jeff has been there since my first band ever. Ran sound for Colonel Mustard way back in the day. And Jeff was just a beautiful friend. It still is. And very happy birthday to you. I love you. Hope you have a fucking awesome day. It may be out there. It may be out there. I don't know. You know, I've got some valuable cards, right? Like just from having those sets, there's cards that are worth a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Some of them, you know, great rookie cards. I don't have any of the cool error cards. You know, there was always those urban legends when you were kids of like, oh, there was this, you know, whatever player card, but he had actually written fuck you on the bottom of his bat when he took the picture, but nobody caught it. And then they printed a handful of cards, but they're like, oh my, the censors have gone mad. And they tried to pull them, but they couldn't pull them. And so if you have one of those, like those are kind of cool. It's kind of like the old stamp collector days. If you were a stamp collector and you had the biplane that was upside down from the 20th century, that was worth big money because it's super rare. I think it's cool. 5-year wedding anniversary. Oh, well, I won't be on tomorrow, but Friday, but I'll give you a happy wedding anniversary shout out. 5 years is a big milestone, Elijah. 5 years is a big milestone. So congratulations. I think if I had more, I would cheers coffee, but we'll give it a sip of the jug. That's weird. Nobody cheerses with a straw. You're not like, yeah, Prost. It's not a way to cheers people. You got to open lip it. Billy Ripken. Yeah, that's what it was. I knew there was one with that. And then, there's several error cards from back in the day. And it's kind of fun, too. I think I've seen, like, stories of things you didn't know about, like, oh, when this shoot was done, he was on LSD, and he had actually brought a goat to the shoot, and you can just see the tail of the goat in the picture. You know, just weird little Paul Harvey stories from the baseball cards. And I just like the tangible cards. I think it's just fun. I've never played Magic the Gathering. My drummer, Ron, was a big Magic player back in the day. I don't know if he still is or not, but I understand that was quite fun. Sharing the bathroom. That's a good guess. Not it. Keep guessing. Happy birthday to Genuine. Genuine is 55 today. R&B singer. Actor Dominic West, a.k.a. Detective Jimmy McNulty on the HBO drama series The Wire. He is 56 today. Season tickets. Good morning, Justin. Hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday, my dude. We're saying happy birthday to Little Big Town singer Kimberly Schlapman. Well, Kimberly deserves a happy birthday today for singing, what was that song? In the Boondocks. Wasn't that Little Big Town? I was born and raised in the Boondocks. I can't remember if that was Little Big Town. The Duchess of York is 66 today. Fergie, Sarah Ferguson. Emeril Lagasse, the chef with a big smile, 66 today. And singer Chris de Burgh is 77. Happy birthday to you and yours. Sharing your weed 6 months in. Yeah, you didn't put in on this. I got 5 on it. That's what she's like. I got 5 on it, baby. All right, girl. All right, so we'll keep on cruising. Let's see what's going on today's History Nuggets. Oh, we got the broad spectrum History Nuggets today. We're walking the time tunnel. Diddly-doop, diddly-doop, diddly-doop. Going from day to night. Well, day to night. I got my hat today. You think I'm going deer hunting. We are a month away from the season, but this is my Reverend Peyton's Big Damn Band hat that I picked up when they came and played in Cape last month. It was a good-ass show. And I am going to wear this hat when I go deer hunting this year, depending on how cold it is. Sharing sleepover permission, keys to the living space, keys to the apartment. That's a big step. Ooh-wee, you know. That is your sanctuary, your private space for most people. 18% of people say you got to wait 6 months. That's a good guess. Not it. Private pictures. Ooh, never. I don't care if you've been dating for 5 years. Don't send naked, compromising pictures of yourself to anyone. Ever. Ever. Unless, you know, like you have a contract and they're paying you for such things. Don't. No. Now I'm going to rub your nose in it. Okay, don't send nakeds. Ever. You want to give them naked pictures? Stand in front of them butt naked and say, look, it's 3D. It's I Love Lucy Day because on this date in 1951, the I Love Lucy show premiered. How about that? 1956, Little Richards put it on wax. Good golly, Miss Molly. Yeah, he recorded the song on this date, 1956. Good golly, Miss Molly. Ooh, I can't get up there. No, Little Richard. That's why he's Little Richard. Sharing your hoodie. Ooh, that's a big step. Because probably not getting that hoodie back should you break up. If you can make it 7 months, and you can make it to the spring and get your hoodie back, she's a keeper. 10 years later, the Monkees recorded I'm a Believer. Now, famous twice over thanks to Smash Mouth and Shrek, right? Then I saw her face, and I'm a believer. The Monkees, one of the early boy bands, produced and put together, cranking out hits. Helicopter, helicopter, helicopter. Helicopter, helicopter, helicopter. Rodney Carrington came and played in Cape, and I missed the show. I think I had a gig that night. I don't remember what it was, but there was a reason that I didn't get to go to Rodney Carrington. I heard it was a funny show. He's a good singer. Speaking of good singers, 1973, Dolly Parton releases Jolene from the album of the same name. It was the first single from the album. Good song, Jolene. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Darren, will you pick a key when you sing Jolene? Nope. In 1987, Bob Barker did something that was really a precedent setter for game show hosts, television personalities. What was it? Molested a money girl? No. Bob Barker stopped dyeing his hair. 1987, Bob Barker, illustrious host of Price is Right, walks out on stage with his full-on eagle grayness, and the crowd loved it. They cheered, gave him a standing frickin' ovation. Bob fucking Barker. He stopped dyeing his hair. He just let it go au natural. And, that's the Bob Barker we came to know and love as we grew up. Sharing where you work. No. Not it. We've had one kind of close guess, but it wasn't close enough that I would give it to you. But way back. No big deal. But hooray for Bob Barker. And then he beat the shit out of Adam Sandler about 10 years later. 1988, and this was in, I've done a couple of covers editions on my Totally 90s Lunch on Fridays, sponsored by Teriyaki Madness. On Fridays, we do a Blue Plate Special, where we talk about it. It's got a theme for the day. I've had tons and tons of themes over the years that we've been doing the Totally 90s Lunch. And I've done a couple of shows where it was cover songs edition. So it was a 90s song that was a cover of something else original, right? And this is one of them that has made the list over the years. UB40's Red, Red Wine. Red, Red Wine. Da, 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 da. That song? Okay, well, that's a cover. It's a cover of a song by Neil Diamond, by the way. And if you haven't heard the Neil Diamond original, by golly, go listen to it. But it was on this date in 1988 that they hit number one with that cover song. And there's been some good number one covers. There might be a precedent for me to set up a playlist of covers that went to number one. There may be. I need 14 songs for my lunch. That's about the hour window. Unless they're all real short, I might be skick in a little 15th song. But usually 14 songs covers the hour. So, may have to go with a 90s cover song number ones. And that would be one of them. Now I'd have to really dig through my covers edition and see what other ones went to number one. TIQ still rolling on. Somebody you're dating for at least 6 months before you share this with them. What is it? Tomorrow, October 16th. Andrea. That's a pretty name. 1995, Paul McCartney and his wife Linda appear on an episode of The Simpsons. They helped Lisa become a vegetarian, and Paul explained that if you play his song, Maybe I'm Amazed, backwards, you'll hear a recipe for lentil soup. That's what he said on The Simpsons. Maybe I'm amazed by the way you love me. Mix the lentils in the broth and stir 24 minutes. Okay, see? Told you. If you're a Curb Your Enthusiasm fan from HBO, it premiered on this date in 2000, 25 years ago. You guys remember this happening? 2009. Okay, let's diddle-doo back 16 years. 6-year-old kid, Falcon Heen, floated away after climbing into a homemade helium spacecraft that they made. His brothers said he climbed into the thing and then it floated away in Colorado Springs. Oh, it was a big deal, right? It was only supposed to hover about 20 feet off the ground, went up to 8,500 feet. People freaking out, they're trying to, find all the information. It turns out the kid was hiding inside a cardboard box in the garage attic. It was a joke. It was a practical joke. Kids took it a little too far. Well, now he's 25. What's he doing these days? Yeah, sounds good, man. We'll see you Friday. Have a great day. Debit card PIN number. That's a good one. Not it. Blood type. No. Car keys. Kidneys. Only 6 months? Hey, he might really like you. Not it. So Falcon was found, and I don't remember if there was charges against the parents or anything like that. I don't really care. I just remember the story. 2014, Chuck Berry performs his final show at the St. Louis Club, Blueberry Hill, Dancing in the Duck Room. 2014. And 2 years ago, we lost Suzanne Summers on this date. The Thigh Master, however, lives on. Speaking of Thigh Masters, it's time to get Stone Richards, a.k.a. Weather Lured, in the studio. Stone Richards. Stone says, today's weather, pretty easy going. High of 83, sunshine. Tomorrow, 79, sunshine. Friday, 79, mostly sunshine. Friday night into Saturday, however. Really? Friday night into Saturday. Really? We're transitioning into some rain possibilities. Now, homecoming is Saturday. Homecoming parade, 9:30 Saturday morning. Cruising down Broadway into downtown. It'll be a lot of fun. Saturday right now, showers likely, possibly a thunderstorm. But really after 1 o'clock or so. So we're looking at afternoon, tailgate era, maybe into tailgate before the game starts. Showers, possibility. Partly sunny, high near 76. I don't think it's going to be bad. I think it's going to keep pushing back, maybe push into Sunday, which is just damn fine with me, as long as we get our soccer game in. But high around 76, it's going to be a little breezier. Could see some 20-mile-an-hour gusts. So if you're tailgating, something to think about, batten down the hatches. Put the weights on your tent, dumbass, so it doesn't end up in the middle of Broadway. Bad timing. 70% chance of precip, though, as we get into the afternoon and the evening, Saturday night. Rain expected. Low around 52. Sunday, slight chance of showers earlier half of the day and then tapering off, sunny skies. 67 for the high on Sunday. Now we're getting some fall weather. Can I hear it for the hoodie crowd, please? Yes, Lord. Sunday night, clear, low around 45. We'll kick off the work week with sunshine, of course, and a high around 72. So there's your weather forecast. Provided by Stone Richards, Weather Lord, master of all he surveys. Stone, have a great Wednesday, buddy. See ya. Oh, Brekkie Bits. Oh, special Brekkie Bits. Car keys, kidney, social security number, no. Head lice, no. Tongues, tickets to Nickelback. Computer password. No, all good guesses, more or less. Keep it up. Keep it up. This was some sad news, and it was after I got off the air tomorrow, so I didn't get to dip into brown sugar on the Totally 90s lunch, but I will today. But D'Angelo, R&B singer, innovator, an amazing soul man. He is passed away. Had a very private battle with pancreatic cancer. He was 51. Same age as me, D'Angelo. But that brown sugar, though, oh, my God. I remember when that song dropped in the 90s. That changed things. Because it was like you had R&B and you had kind of the soulful stuff. But this was it was just different. Their religious beliefs. Good guess, George. Not it. I saw your beautiful mother a couple weeks ago at the Louis Pereira show for our kickoff for the Underground Jazz series. It's kind of fun that, your mom and I can talk radio, chat about our interviews with cohorts in the industry, keep it on the level. She's awesome. He's okay, but actor Alec Baldwin and his brother Steven crashed the SUV into a tree in East Hampton on Monday. We had a little vignette at the top of the show about it, about his driving school, but he blamed the accident on a garbage truck the size of a whale that allegedly cut him off. Moby Dick was in the street. Couples cam zoom in at a Coldplay concert. No, but good guess. 18% of people, which means it's not a vast majority. So this obviously is not something that's going to first to mind for you. So keep that in mind too. 18% of people, though, say you should not share this with someone you're dating until at least 6 months down the road. Got some holiday-flavored treats coming in mini food news. Doritos and Pepsi are stepping in with some holiday favorites. How about some gingerbread Doritos and gingerbread-flavored Pepsi? It's only in the UK. You can't get them here. They're real, though. Gingerbread Doritos and gingerbread Pepsi. What is it, man, with the UK and jacked up flavorings? I don't know. This is not gingerbread Pepsi. Pepsi, I don't know. I don't want to wrap my head around it. And gingerbread Doritos? Like, they're either Dorito. How you do gingerbread corn chips? That's gross. That sounds really gross. Where they live, your home address. That's a good guess. Honestly, not it. In Half Moon Bay, California, Brandon Dawson, a California engineer, has won this year's pumpkin growing contest. Biggest freaking pumpkin. How big? 2,346 pounds. Over a ton. That's a big-ass pumpkin. With a pumpkin like that, you can just walk in it and carve it probably. Just crawl in it, put a little Cinderella doll in there or something. That's a big pumpkin. Massive pumpkin. Takes a lot of fortitude to grow a pumpkin like that. Sharing their Grey Poupon. Pardon me. Do you have any Grey Poupon? But of course. Thank you. All right. Good guess. Ray makes me laugh. Their browser history. No, they don't share that intentionally. That's when they take a shower and leave their laptop open. Share their STDs. Nope. Share their gym pass. No. Good guess. Not it. What else? Oh, if you're looking for a seasonal job, Amazon is going to be hiring 250,000 full-time, part-time, and seasonal holiday workers nationwide. 250,000 people. So if you need a job, Amazon's going to be hiring. I don't know what you'll be doing, but they're hiring. 250,000 people. Dennis came in with the guess I was thinking right after Lorraine's guess. This is not it. Not the right guess, but that was exactly what came to my mind. Gym pass. Oh, maybe their password to Netflix. Nope. Library card, nope. Outside St. Andrew's Church in Dublin, Ireland, there's a statue of Molly Malone. Somehow the idea of touching Molly Malone's statuesque boobs, bringing good luck, has become a thing. So much so that since so many people were touching Molly Malone's boobs, it is discolored the area of the statue. And they have given her a boob job, and that area of the statue has been refinished. So hooray for Molly Malone and her shiny brass boobs. Just thought you'd like that little nugget of story. Did you guys know there's a statue of Frank Zappa in the world? Did you know that? It's in a tiny little country. I think we may have done that on a deep dive 4 years ago, maybe, something like that. The whole Zappa thing. Maybe we'll have to dig that one back up. I can't remember how. It's been a long time. It's a good story. Last but not least, Venezuela closed its embassy in Norway days after the Nobel Committee awarded this year's Peace Prize to Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina Machado. And they said, well, you're going to give it to her. We're out. Close the embassy. It was a little, like prison cell size office. Not it. Family secret recipe. Ancient Chinese secret, huh? No, not a secret recipe. Good guess. Not their spouse. Not that they're married. Although a good guess and a depressing guess. Don't date people if you're married. You should date your spouse if you're married. And I know it's tempting, especially when you got all of this going on, to just, sow your wild oats, but you got to stay. You got to stay faithful to my lover's death. What? Is that it? Is it faithful to my lover's death? Ooh, I don't know the lyrics to that song, but now I'm kind of, who is it that sings that song? 90s song, Faith. I can't do it because I got freaking Architects playing on the radio now. Faithful. It's Go West. Go West, Faithful. Go West, Faithful. Lyrics. Is he say faithful to my lover's death? To my lover's prayer. Oh, there's 700 miles away. I'll keep the promise I made. I will be faithful to my lover's prayer. Faithful, and I don't care. If the world around us gives up on love, I will make you see you can count on me. I will be faithful. Faithful to my lover's prayer. I swear to God, for the last 30 years, I thought it was faithful to my lover's death. And I thought it was a little macabre, but it makes sense, right? Till death do us part. I thought it was a play off of that. It is not. What an ass. I feel so dumb. Listen, baby, you can lean on me. Though we sail on stormy seas, nothing good comes easily, but I won't let you down. You can lean on me. You can lean on me on the breakdown. Okay, well, now we know. To my lover's prayer. What is your lover's prayer? What if your lover's prayer is she just really wants some hot wings? Then you're going to faithfully bring her some hot wings, aren't you? That's right. That's how we do. Watch out where the Huskies go, and don't you eat that yellow snow. Don't you know? That's a life tip. All right, Simple Jack, we out. It's time to talk about some 90s stuff. Most of us here, a hint. Oh, can we get a hint? Let's see. Oh, it is. God, it's 8:18. What the shit? Where did the last 30 minutes go? Sorry. Yeah, I didn't realize how late it was. This is terrible, Darren. Okay, let me... It is not something tangible. 18% of people you say you should not share this with someone you're dating for at least 6 months. So it's not something that you can box up and share or pour out and share. It is not something tangible. It is something intimate, but not sexy pants intimate. Something that you would share intimately with someone else. So it's kind of serious. It's a serious business in the 6 months window. So it's not your pants size, penis size, any of the other size things or any of those guesses. Not it. So there's your guess, or there's your hint. Okay? So if you lived in the later half of the 20th century, back in the old 1900s, like I did, we did ridiculous things that no one has to do anymore because of deprecated technologies and so forth, like party lines. You had to get off the phone so somebody else could use it. Not even a party line, just your house line. You had a dedicated phone line. Tina's talking to her boyfriend. They've been dating for 4 months. She's not sharing these things yet, but they're talking all the damn time. Tina, get off the phone. You know what sucked is when you needed to get on the internet. And you're like, are you about done with your call? Because I need to hit the modem. Oh, the drama and the trials of the 1900s. Women had to wear pantyhose to work. There was a lot of dress codes that said you got to wear pantyhose to work. You can't go bare-legged. Bring it on. Bare-legged, or you wear leggings. Really, you wear whatever you want, girl. But women had to wear pantyhose to work. Standing in line to buy tickets. Did any of you guys ever camp out for concert tickets? I'm sure you did. You get there, tent up, newspaper up, lawn chair up, whatever it was. To get them, you got up at Mississippi Nights at midnight, and you were there till 6 in the morning. They opened up tickets, and you're like, damn, thank God. Camping out for tickets. The first time you had sex. Not it. No. Food. Joey doesn't share food. Banging the erasers together to get the chalk off. Did you ever have to do that in grade school, like your teacher's helper day, and she'd send you outside to give you mesothelioma from banging the damn erasers, you know? I can remember... I think it was Travis Stoller, but somebody, or it might have been Tim Kutcher. Somebody in my class at St. Paul got in trouble because they went to bang the erasers, but instead of banging the erasers together, they banged them on the bricks on the side of the building. And of course, there was chalk footprints of erasers on the building, and Mr. Lipke did not like that. Got in trouble for that. How many lovers? No. Your body count, so to speak, not it. Pen numbers. You know, I don't think body count, it's a terrible way to put it, but you know what I mean? I don't think that's something Carrie and I really ever talked about. There wasn't a need to. Not like, you know, we came from some nefarious backgrounds or whatever. You be you. Speaking of banging erasers. Printing out directions. Printing out the old MapQuest, right? Our Yahoo Maps directions. You're in a car and the navigator's like, little left turn symbol. Turn left at McAllister Boulevard. Turn left at McAllister Boulevard. Now, we don't have to do it anymore. Did you ever have to do a presentation and put it on a transparency, on the overlay, put it on the overhead projector so it could shoot up there? You lay that shit down, inevitably putting it up backwards, and you're like, oh, sorry, guys, that's the Hebrew version. Let me flip that over. And then you got it. Not it. Getting up to change the TV channel. And then you had to go to UHF, and it was like, grrr, grrr. Typing out essays, typing out work documents. We still got to type, though. Rewinding tapes. And if you're really good, you balance the play with the rewind so you could hear where it was at on the tape. But rewinding tapes, and same for VHS. Be kind, please rewind, says Blockbuster, R.I.P., Hollywood Video as well. Cutting out coupons. Now, I say I still do cut out coupons. I cut out one coupon. It's on the back of the Schnucks receipts, and it's for El Acapulco. I cut those coupons, and we use them on Sundays. That's the only one I cut. And the old school days of licking stamps and envelopes. Licking the seal them, right? You still lick envelopes sometimes, but most of them now pull off adhesive that you can just... Yeah, anything we could get our hands on, Dennis. It was tough. It was a tough era. I'm going to post this link real quick. As I mentioned yesterday, had Jesse James, the Pumpkin Outlaw, on, and we did a Humans in Tune chat, and that, as I said, is alive on the old Facebook Live archives. But there's a direct link to it, and then I'm going to give you guys a link to his class if you want to get signed up. It's just $25. That covers your pumpkin and your seat. Excuse me. We're doing them at beverage joints. And so it's a cool opportunity to have a beer, make a pumpkin, have some fun, learn a lot from Jesse, really good human, and a lot of fun. Okay? Wanted to throw that in there. We're at 8:24. I'm going to skip this weird English words thing. I'm not feeling it today. It's a lot of copy paste, and I think it's going to cause a kerfuffle. A kerfuffle, by the way, is a disturbance or commotion typically caused by a dispute or conflict. So to avoid a kerfuffle, we're going to skip our weird English words. I'll save this graphic for the next time I do weird news. Okay? All right. Time to talk about staying positive and how optimistic people live longer. We've talked about positivity here. I implore you to find things that make you happy. Keep yourselves above board when it comes to your emotional state. Sometimes that's harder than other days. Sometimes things weigh a little harder than they do the rest of the week. But staying optimistic, staying positive can actually help you live longer. There's science. Okay, so it's not something tangible. It's something a little more deep that you would share with someone. And 18% of people say you should wait 6 months before you share this. You've had some great guesses, had some relatively close guesses, but no one's got it yet. I don't even know if I can scroll up high enough to see the one that I thought was close. Oh, I can. Let's see. Where was it at? Not Magic Pizza. Boy, we're way back up here. Yeah, like half an hour ago, Robert guessed your darkest secrets, which was the closest guess so far. So there we go. So a new Harvard study, has found that women with an optimistic outlook were less likely to die from heart disease, cancer, and infection. I'll repeat that. Women with an optimistic outlook were less likely to die from heart disease, cancer, and infection. Research has linked the trait to stronger immunity and healthier cholesterol. How can you boost your supply of happy? Well, here's some 3 easy tips to boost your supply of happy. When you are completely burned out. 3 games starting at 4:30. Yeah, I got senior night volleyball. Perfect. Oh, okay, perfect. Dreams. No, but you're on the right track, Lorraine. When you're completely burned out, to shift your mindset from what's wrong to what's right, to get out of Eeyore, more Tigger, think about 1 or 2 things in life for which you're grateful. The power of being grateful is something we've talked about immensely here. But when you're just burned out, you want to flip the switch a little bit, just a couple of things that you're grateful for. I'm grateful that I have all my appendages, whatever it might be. Your legal record. No, that's a good guess. When you're overwhelmed by your email inbox, and this can happen pretty easily, especially if you work a lot of, like I work remote, email can pile up or email can flux in and, I need to reply to this. I'm going to start. I'll come back to it later. Oh, shit. Now there's 10 more emails I got to sort through. Oh, deals at Amazon. When your email inbox gets too full, plan to do dense, okay? A little triage, 15 minutes. At 4 p.m., okay? Plan for the end of your day. I'm giving myself 15 minutes just to go through emails, clear out the chaff, make sure what's important is starting to get handled. Taking action will help reduce anxiety, okay? Knowing it's there, this sense of foreboding of, I've got to get to those emails. I've got to get to the da-da-da. Taking action is going to bring some of that pressure out. So if you got 772 unread messages and you only read through 60 of them, that can give you a pretty good sense of relief. Okay, so just tackle a small chunk. Baby steps, okay? Baby steps to the boat. Baby steps onto the boat. There it is. Robert got it. Things you fear, your fears. I feel like a hula hooper. Hula hoopers. All right. Good job, Robert. It is the things you fear. You did it. You did it at 8:28 too. So we got the dice. Shaking them thoroughly. Robert's lucky number. Lucky number 5 today. A 4 and a 1. Now you can interpret that as a 5. You can interpret that as a 14. By the way, one thing, we did skip our English word, but when we look at a single die, we look at a side with the 5 on it. This has a name. This arrangement, 5 things in a square or a rectangle, but we're in a square in this context. 5 things in a square with 1 at each corner and 1 in the middle. That is called a quincux. I'm gonna copy paste it for you. This is why we didn't do this whole segment. Quincux. I assume that's how you pronounce it. Quincux. Kunks sounds like it needs to be that way. And finally, to get back on the context here about positivity, optimistic outlooks. When you get bad news about someone, and this is a test for some of us, maybe because of the age we're at, health for our elders and so forth, or maybe something with our kids. We're in that midlife non-crisis era. When you get bad news about someone, work through scenarios of what therapists call catastrophizing, catastrophizing. I think therapists are making up words. Catastrophe, but phizing, okay? Anyway, ponder the worst, okay? And this is where my brain always goes. When I get bad news, it's always worst case scenarios start flooding my head, and the creative side of me just gets dark. But ponder the worst, and then ponder the best. Think of the best outcomes. And then embrace the reality of it, okay? think of a coping strategy. And for some of us, that's compartmentalizing things, which is not always the healthiest choice. But ponder the worst, then the best. Embrace the reality of the situation. Think of a coping strategy to help you move on, stay positive, and float above that weight that you're carrying. Because you're going to carry it regardless. It's somebody you care about and got bad news about them, you're going to care about them. But you got to learn to balance that out. So anyway, couple of Denny's. There's Quinn Connects. That could be it too. It would be an AI question like, how the frick do you pronounce this? This is a weird word. Oh, look at the little kitty. It's just a warm and fuzzy. It is warm and fuzzy time. Let's do it. It's 8:31. WXYZ, which is a TV station on Sesame Street. WXYZ, I don't know where they're at. I'm assuming Michigan, since this comes out of Pontiac, Michigan. WXYZ says a 3-year-old out of Pontiac, Michigan, a boy named Cody, called 911 after his mother collapsed from a seizure. 3 called 911. Chantel Woods is grateful for her son's quick thinking. He saved her life. The community is celebrating the young hero with promises of free ice cream. Promises of a college savings plan or something. 3 years old, called 911. That's beautiful. You heard Fred's a King Chucks? King Chucks. King Konks. King Konks. King Connects. Quinn Connects. Quinn Connects. It's a qui because of quad quintuplets, right? It'd be 5 Cinco de Mayos. WFLD says a Chicago mother named Chalice Bell, was surprised with a marriage proposal just after giving birth to her and her fiance's son, Ace. They didn't have twins. There's no Gary. The newborn was dressed in a onesie that said, "Mommy, will you marry Daddy?" Aw. Denzel Kimbrough proposed beside Bell's hospital bed. The couple is now at home, grateful for the hospital staff's support. Well, congratulations. Yeah, smart kid for sure. And last but not least, the Daily Mail says Woodbury, Connecticut firefighters recently rescued a fluffy white kitten that was trapped deep in a chimney. Wasn't so white when they rescued it. The rescue involved tearing through the basement walls and removing insulation. The kitten, reunited with its young owner, was completely unfazed by the ordeal. Imagine that. Resilient little kitties. I'm telling you. We've had 2 more kitties show up. Tungy Mommy, the whore of the hood, apparently had kittens somewhere, and she's brought a couple of them around. It's a little black one with orange piercings in its fur. It's so cute. And a little calico. And they've been on the porch here this last week. So, and I haven't gotten pictures of them yet, but that little calico is a treat. She's such a sweetie. Anyway, that's your Warm and Fuzzies. That's your show for today. Thank you for playing along and enjoying the jams. And we'll come back around to it on Friday, on the 17th. Pre-homecoming shenanigans. All kinds of stuff. I don't know. May have some more Humans in Tune this week. I've been booking a lot of last-minute Humans in Tune lately for whatever reason. It's just the season and timing, I guess. But I would encourage you guys to check out. We have new podcast software. So now when I put these I don't do these on the podcast because these are one and done. There's not evergreen content here, really. Thanks for watching. But, put those up on the podcast and just search Humans in Tune and you'll find it. It's a blue logo, says Humans in Tune. And you can catch conversations there. And hopefully it's the algorithm's keeping them up to date. I think I've got about, 6 or 7 episodes in there. But I'm going to go back through and grab some of that evergreen content, some of the conversations I've had with people like Al Petrelli from TSO and just some of the good humans I've chatted with over the last several years. I'm going to stick some of those podcasts in there too. And you can enjoy them on the re. All right. Mwah. Happy freaking Wednesday. Have a great day. Be nice, humans. In the immortal words of Mickey Sharp, peace. I'm out of here.